you really jump to the next phase? Well, that's the plan. Let me now share with you what I drew up in this 5-year roadmap. Hi there, this is Eden from the Road to Retirement channel. Welcome to this channel where we talk about how to have funds to have fun in freedom. Retirement is a big life event, and just as we prepare in advance and train for years to get into our careers and jobs, so we must do the same for the next phase of our lives. Retirement is not the end, like a full stop. Rather, we should think of it as the next phase. The road of retirement ends somewhere, which is retirement, and we don't just end up there in a blink of an eye. I shared in this video that I am on a 5-year countdown on my road to retirement. It seemed daunting at first when I made such a pronouncement, and some of my friends actually asked me, "Will you really jump to the next phase?" Well, that's the plan. So after the initial anxiety phase, I drew up this 5-year roadmap to retirement. Whether I'll be retiring in 5 years remains to be seen, based on what happens in each of the stops outlined on screen. Let me now share with you what I drew up in this 5-year roadmap. Let's start by knowing where you are financially. How much do you have in your nest egg, and how does this compare with your ideal nest egg as computed using the steps outlined in this video flashed on screen? How much is the difference? And can you bridge it within the next 5 years? Just consider for a moment that you will make do with what you have. What kind of lifestyle would that afford you in retirement? And how does that stack up against the lifestyle you want to have in retirement? Are you okay with that lifestyle? If you're not happy with that gap in lifestyle, you can either choose to delay your retirement or increase retirement savings up to 70% of your income. Or if you're okay with a simpler lifestyle, you can drastically reduce your spending right now until retirement. Either way, going through this step will give you a clear picture just how prepared you are and whether your 5-year period is indeed doable. Now is the time to think about long-term retirement housing. Where will you stay long-term? Are you moving back to the province or your hometown? Are you selling your house and downsizing to a condo within your city? Are you moving closer to your kids? Or will you be in a granny flat somewhere? Your answers to these questions can help you prepare your next moves. Either you prepare your house for possible upgrades to make it ready for retirement or ready to sell. If you are considering moving to another location or back to your province, you can check out those locations, new developments around that area, or go house and condo hunting. Now is the time to think about and imagine your day-to-day retirement. Understandably, you will go into retirement planning a big trip or several big trips that will cross items off your bucket list. I'm not talking about that. What I'm talking about is long-term retirement, your day-to-day grind. What do you picture your day-to-day in retirement will be like? Let me share my video on that flashed on screen to give you an idea of what I'm talking about. Knowing what your day-to-day will be like will help you incorporate aspects of that into your planning. Remember what they say about some people passing away just a few months into retirement? Turns out that this is not just anecdotal evidence, but there was a May 2013 report published by the London-based Institute of Economic Affairs. They found out that the retirement increased the chances of suffering from depression by 40%, while it increased the probability of having at least one diagnosed physical ailment by 60%. I have linked the study in the info below. Check it out. So knowing what you'll do in retirement and slowly easing into it as part of your activities can surely help you down the line as you shift into these activities from part-time or hobby type to regular or full-time. After all, we don't just work for work's sake. It gives meaning to our lives as well. Transitioning your sense of purpose from work to something else is necessary and vital to your overall well-being. Now we are moving closer and closer to the big day. Are we ready yet? There's only one way to know, and that is to practice retirement, at least in terms of your retirement budget. Remember, when you computed your retirement budget in this video, try to revisit that and road test your assumptions and limit your expenses to your retirement budget. Of course, you have to have an additional budget for activities that you still do now as part of your pre-retirement life, such as toll fees and gas going to work. But as for the rest, keep to your post-retirement budget. See what that will feel like. Is it too much of an adjustment or a squeeze? Is the budget just right? Where else can you cut your expenses? Use that knowledge to adjust your plan as needed. One more year to go. What to do on this last year? Start to convert your stocks to liquid cash, rebalance your accounts, or at the very least, increase your existing emergency fund. At the start of retirement, it is recommended to have around 2 years of budget in cash and stash it in a high-yielding savings account or the money market. Some even keep up to a 3 years budget, seeing how the stock market can swing in uncertain times. Retirees can then rebalance their portfolio on a year-to-year basis using the 3-bucket strategy. I'll discuss this 3-bucket strategy in a future episode. So, what do you think? Are you ready to map out your own 5-year countdown to retirement? What would it be like? Let me know in the comments section below. I'd love to hear from you. If you haven't already, please subscribe to this channel and that bell to be notified when new videos come up. I post every week. Thanks and see you!